Hello Brawlers, Is here, your game host manager. I hope you are all doing amazing. Now, based on the characters we have shared so far, are you more of a fan of the gods and goddesses, the demons, the Terrans, or the monsters? Hard question, right? I still haven't made up my mind. They are just so incredible. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that means you have missed some of our videos where I share the crazy lives of the epic heroes of Eternal Brawl. So if that is you, go check out our YouTube channel to learn more. Moving on, who among you here is fascinated with ancient civilizations and the monuments of the majestic pharaohs, such as the Great Sphinx, the Egyptian Museum, the pyramids of Giza? Now, if you are, you will surely love the character that I am about to introduce to you today. Brawlers, with you, the Lord of the Underworld and the Judge of the Dead, OSIRIS. Osiris was one of the most important gods in ancient Egypt. The name Osiris is the Latinized form of the Egyptian Usir, which means powerful or mighty. Osiris was associated with the Bennu bird, which is associated with the Greek phoenix, who rises to life from the ashes. You will understand why later on in the video. Now, Osiris was known as the King of the Living and also the Eternal Lord. He was one of the most important and the most enduring gods of the Egyptians. Wanna know why? Wanna know more? Keep watching. After the creation of the world, according to the Egyptians, the first 5 gods were born out of the union of Geb, which was earth, and Nut, which was sky. And these were Osiris, Isis, Set, Nephthys, and Horus. Now, Osiris, being the firstborn and really powerful, decided to be the Lord of the Earth. Now, he saw that the people of Egypt were uncivilized and lawless, and so he gave them laws, culture, agriculture, and religious instruction. With this, Egypt became a paradise under Osiris' rule. Everyone was equal, people were happy, and the food was abundant as the crops were always plentiful. So now we know how everyone thought that Osiris was one of the most amazing and important gods in ancient Egypt. Osiris had Isis as his queen and consort. Now Set, his brother, grew very jealous of Osiris' success, and he started getting very resentful. Now their relationship deteriorated even further when Nephthys, who was Set's wife, disguised herself as Isis and seduced Osiris and became pregnant. This made Set so mad that he decided to hold a grand party, but what he did was that he designed a coffin that was the size and the exact height of Osiris. Now in this grand party, he told everyone that whoever fit into the coffin could have it as a gift. Now, when Osiris laid on the coffin, Set put it shut. He fastened it and he threw it into the Nile, and the coffin with Osiris inside was carried into the river. Oh my God, what a cruel brother! Can you believe that? Osiris' body traveled out into the sea, and sometime after it became lodged in a great tamarisk tree near Byblus in Phoenicia. With time, the tree started growing and it started covering the coffin until it contained it. One day, the king of Byblus, Malkander, went with his wife Astarte to the shore. They started admiring the beautiful tree and the delicious smell and the scent that it emanated. The king ordered the tree to be cut down, which contained the coffin, and to be brought into his palace to become a pillar in the court, a decorative element. Now, Osiris died at some point during this journey, but now his body was in this palace. What a terrible fate, what a crazy story. Keep listening. Isis had meanwhile left Egypt, disguised as an older woman in search for her missing husband. Finally, she arrived to Byblos and sat by the shore and cried, for she thought she was never gonna find him. Now, the handmaidens of the royal palace invited her to come to the palace, as the handmaidens were by the shore bathing. Now, Isis went with them, and she ingratiated herself with the king and queen, who ended up inviting her to be the nursemaid of their sons. Now, Isis was trying to tell and make the younger boy immortal by bathing him with fire. When Queen Astarte found out about this, she was horrified. Now, at this point, Isis revealed herself as the goddess that she was, and when the king and queen saw this, all they did was say, please, 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 we will give you anything, but please promise that you won't hurt us or any member of our family. Isis requested only the pillar, which was where the tree and the coffin were, and of course, they granted it. After leaving the court, Isis caught OSIRIS from the tree and carried his body back to Egypt, where she hid him from Set. She then went out to gather herbs to make a magical potion to bring him back to life. She left her sister Nephthys to guard the body. Now Set heard of his brother's return and set out to find him. Somehow, he managed to get Nephthys to tell her where it was. When Nephthys told him where it was, he went and caught it into millions of pieces, and scattered them across all the ground and into the Nile River. Wow, he was ruthless and still resentful. When Isis returned, she was horrified and devastated, but she quickly composed herself and set out to find all the pieces of her murdered husband. Wow, what a dedicated partner. She must have really loved him. Now, Nephthys helped her, and with her help, she found all the pieces, except the penis, which had been thrown into the Nile and eaten by this really crazy fish, which I'm going to tell you the name in a bit. And this fish later became forbidden food in ancient Egypt. That is why. Very interesting to know. Now, the name of the fish that ate Osiris's penis is OSIRIS, the OSIRIS fish. Now, after having done all of this, Isis was able to revive Osiris. Beautiful. Then she assumed the form of a kite, flew around him, pulled a seed from his body, put it into hers, and became pregnant with their son, Horus. Magical and insane. Ancient Egypt, mythology, I love it. But even though Osiris now lived, he was incomplete, so he could no longer rule the land of the living. This is how he ended up going into the afterlife and becoming the Lord of the dead and the Judge of the dead. Now, he also became the power that granted all life to things that came from below, such as sprouting vegetation and the annual flood of the Nile River. Now, it is believed since 2000 BCE that everyone who passed, not just deceased kings, became associated and connected with Osiris at death. Now, this does not imply resurrection, as not even Osiris resurrected and came back to life. All this implied was the renewal of life into the next world and with your descendants on Earth. Wow, that's pretty cool. And now, will Osiris be as prevailing in the Eternal Brawl game? Let's find out. Osiris has a comprehensive ability score of 75, with an attack mode of 75 and a defense skill of 67. He has an explosive force of 70 and a control level of 60, with a support mode of 30. Osiris, you will definitely dominate many battles in the Eternal Brawl games. Really cool. So Brawlers, how did you find the most important god in ancient Egypt? I did not expect those crazy life turns. Oh my god, really incredible. Now, tell me what you think on our Telegram and Discord channels. And remember that you can check out all of these characters on the Eternal Brawl website, eternalbrawl.io. Now, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the content. Follow us on Twitter, Telegram, Discord, Instagram so you can stay tuned with all the updates on this metaverse. And thank you so much for watching. Now, stay cool, Brawlers!